Hey, good morning. Trying to get the microphone hooked up here. I got a couple of shirts on this morning. It's cold out here. All right, I think I got that situated. Forgot to start my phone up before I started the live, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get in the live on my account or if I'm gonna have to switch up. Let's see. Oh, it let me. There you go. Oh, headset, earbud. All right. Play. There we go. Ooh, it's chilly out here this morning, y'all. We're here to burr. Didn't get the grandkids yesterday or last night because my grandson was running a fever. So I set the alarm for this morning. Oh, it's cold. I stayed up later than usual last night too, so I wasn't sure if I was gonna wake up on time. But we are here. What is that? Margalo and High Society. Burr, y'all. If I could jumping jack without hurting my back, I'd be doing jumping jacks or something out here to get hot. Oh, we'll get warmed up once I get my bubble. I got my heaters set right here in front of my carving box, and oh, not in front of me. Burr. All right. Good morning, Tim. Good morning, Jen. How are y'all doing today? There we go. It is dang sure chilly, y'all. Cold weather makes my nose run like crazy. I walked outside to see if my pipes froze up. They're still dripping good, so that's an awesome thing. Hey, Billy, good morning. It's cold, sir. I know y'all probably got a whole lot colder temperatures than my butt does, but ooh, let me tell you something. This is a damn Eskimo weather for a Floridian. That's nice. Hey, good morning, Bessie. Oh. We go mix up some Margalo and High Society. Nice warm. It's warmer there than it is here. Damn, what's your wind chill? 12 degrees here. Gracious. The real feel is 9. My temperature's 21, but with the wind chill real feel, they got it 9 degrees. Oh, it's 2 degrees out there, y'all. All right, Bazzy, I'll quit complaining. Oh, you got me.
Workshop therapy, the grind finds its peace. Red eyes coated, medicated, sweet release. Chronic fades, anxieties drift to abyss. Join the tribe like the vids can't resist.
Jen needs her own island. Are we talking island? What is it? I'm not on my own island. I'm in the Bahamas. So Ah, I bet the weather's still nice over there. What you say? What's your temperature over there, Jim? My mother-in-law's neighbors moved to the Bahamas not long ago.
Stress fades away as the pieces unwind. Cartridge
26, it's not too terrible.
Grumpy's creations are worth more than gold. Shapes take form under
That's still cold.
colors, swirling like cosmic strands. Originals born from a mindful spree. Every carving a tale of creativity. Like and subscribe to.
All right, y'all. I turned the music on yesterday and just went to flipping jamming out. I didn't even have the grumpy tunes going. I flipped it on Pandora and was just getting all in my head at the same time, carving and just going with it. And I got my commission stick almost done. I've been needing to do that, and I just been in my head. I tried to start carving it a week or so ago, and I couldn't. I got about 10 minutes into it and was babbling like a little baby. But, I had me an adult beverage, an herbal Snickerette, and went with it. I need to buy an island. There you go. Grumpy's Laid Back Carbons needs to blow the heck up, getting all the smoke shops, all the dispensaries, all the head shops, and just have my roach clips hanging everywhere. And then we can buy us an island and have a bunch of people making them on the island and just have a good old time. Won't be no Epstein Island shit going on. And just be smoking a lot of damn herb and making a bunch of clips. Oh, it's cold, y'all. Yes, sir. I just put the lid on everything. It is in the lips. We are sitting in front of the carbon box now, grabbing the old sparky stick. Move stuff out of the way here. I don't know what I want to do this morning. I dang sure don't want to turn that dust collector on. Because that's going to be like what Suzanne was talking about the other day. What was she talking about? Hell, what video or live was it in? We were in some live and she said something about it was so cold when she turned her dust collector on. The draft that the dust collector was making her hands cold. And I could imagine. Maker Island, there you go. Covered in exotic trees. That's it. We need a little bit of that volcanic rock on there too for some good fertilizer. Because it's all gotta be natural. I ain't gonna lie, I like them nice dense buds, but I want some natural dense buds. I don't want the fertilizer dense buds. Oh, got the coffee going.
bumpy, shop is humming alive. Lathe spinning, carving dreams to thrive. Epoxy flows like rivers that gleam.
Yeah, too much stuff in there that's not natural to make them so damn thick and dense. I clean off my I can see glasses. It's funny is the way I put my glasses on and put my dust mask on. The bands from my dust mask drag right across my glasses and smudge them up real good every time. I feel you. I saw an article. Let's see, when I go and do my morning rituals in the bathroom, I was here scrolling through the Google News, and an ad popped in for Florida talking about they have a bill on coming up for legislation that will end the medical monopoly, is how they titled it. But medical will still be here. It's just the medical industry has the seed, what is it called? Seed to sale kind of thing going on. It cannot be brought in from out of state. Say all the companies in Oregon growing and they have a super surplus. Well, they can't mail their stuff or ship their stuff down here for sale because it wasn't started and growed down here. You know, so with their new stuff that they're trying to, I guess, propose is it's going to let other companies into the state. And then I think they said something like recreational would be allowed to have up to 4 ounces of possession, and then medical would be allowed to grow up to 6 plants at home for homegrown patients. And I was like, oh, I got excited when I saw that. I cannot wait for them to say medical can grow their own.
Medication rolled up tight tonight. Gotta get through, gotta feel just right. Like and subscribe, let the world know. Epoxy dreams make the energy glow.
That's what I am looking forward to is the home grow. Because that's one thing with my budget that I figured for when we do the divorce and stuff and I'm sitting here by myself, my medical money is not figured into my budget. That's the bad thing about it. You know, I'm sitting there looking at, okay, well, I need my mortgage to be, you know, no more than this, and my monthly bills are going to be this. Ooh, I can afford that with my disability check now, and ooh, I can do this and I can afford that. Well, it's all good, but I still have, I put $250 a month into my allowance, as I call it, for my herb and whatnot. And I don't have that configured into my new budget. So that's going to be an issue once we get there, but you know, I'm just going to have to cross that bridge once I get there. Jedi Kush noise. I still want to get, now there's a million different strands out there, so you know, once I get a chance to order my own and experiment and find out into that aspects, I know 9-pound hammer is one that I truly like, because it's just the terps that's in that one, and when it's done right, it hits my back and everything perfect. I crossed that one between Banana Kush. Now these were True Leaf genetics, so I don't know how out and about and what different companies to go through. I'll have to do my research on that, you know, to see where they originated from, to try to get the original genetics on that. But 9-pound hammer and Banana Kush, those for sure. But this worked out. It's a little flexible. It's got some give in it, but I guess that's gonna be because of all the curve and stuff in it. But I still got to tune it up. I did all that with my Extreme, what was it? I was using my, oh goodness, come here. My Dremel Flame Burr Extreme and then the Dremel Taper Extreme. And I didn't break out the new taper when I was working on this. That was what screwed me up last time, is because the wife bought me a new taper Extreme flip last year for Christmas. And when I first started this thing is when we first had it, she told me we was divorced and I was trying to use the new bit and I couldn't do it. But I didn't pay no attention to it last night and I pushed my way through it. So I gotta sand it, and it's got all the rough tool marks and stuff in it. Yeah, but that still looks good with just the tool marks, you know. It gives it a texture and whatnot. But I'm gonna try to get all that knocked off and get it as smooth as I can. That'll be a lot of sanding, but we'll get there. Then this is the pin that I started yesterday, just as a let's see how this is gonna work. It's dry. If you can see, it's fluffed up again. It's kind of rough in all the grain. That's what happens when you wet them down. So I'll need to put that back on the mandrel and then run it through the why? The craft's alive, aliens laughing, hiding in plain sight, epoxy roach clips, a beam of light. Colors galore, drip, drip, it pours. Roach clips shine, open cosmic doors. Aliens hide, but we're seeing the signs. Grumpy's work healing in the design. And I think I'm gonna start spinning my pieces one piece at a time when I do these pins. I'm out of round down here. If you look, I have more meat down here on the edge on one side than I do on the other. Not by much. It's hard to see it, but it's a little bit thicker over here on my finger side versus my thumb side. And the only way that it can get out of round like that is if my mandrel has a bend in it. Yeah, that one side's got more meat on it. I don't like that. Hey, good morning, Robin. Oh yeah, it's a wake up time. One more. That's it. I couldn't see the whole text because of my little emojis was in the way. But yeah, it's wake and bake time, all right. How do we say? I'm taking my morning anti-inflammatory to loosen up from laying in the bed. And then we could call it the morning Xanax as well. All in a couple of inhales. Hey, good morning, Josh. How you doing? Ooh, burr, baby. I bet it's cold up there. You still got you some snow? Did it keep falling all day? How much did y'all end up with? I liked your video too, Bazzy, that you did up for Robert's little sling that he sent you. That was just badass. I like that. .3 inches. That's not bad. I mean, when you never get snow, I mean, 3 inches is enough to damn sure have a good time in and have not a good time in. Yeah, it's cold here this morning with the wind chill. They had us at like 9 degrees, 21 outside, but the wind chill, real feel had it down to 9. It was 41 in my shop. Let's see, what do we got it up to? Ooh, we're up to a hot 46 now. But I don't think I did too bad. The twists are going in opposite directions, kinda, but I kind of went off of a reference with my little stick and did my bigger stick. I even got my little twist where I was spinning one way and then I turned it and tried to spin the other way. I think that's fun doing that. Throws it off and makes it look weird. And then I had it like a little handle at first, like a wand down here. And then I thinned it on down and got kind of like a little pigtail twist going into it. But like I said, I still have to do a lot of cleanup on it still. But I am proud that I finally got the dang thing. At this stage, it's done, and it ain't gonna take me much to do it now. Oh. Always say, I know that's not very impressive to most of the tribe, but that's a whole lot for saying. That's what I'm talking about. That's damn good if you never see snow. That's like me last year. I will never forget that, and I will talk about that till the day I die. That's gonna be one of them stories. Back in my day, we went to school uphill both ways, barefoot. Okay, well back in my day, it snowed 8.5 inches here. I will never forget it at all. That's what's crazy is we get the warnings all the time when we get cold like this. Oh, we got a cold front coming, and everybody above us, Alabama and higher, will get a little flurries and stuff like that, but we never did. And so we always kind of blew that mess off, kind of like a hurricane. They say, oh, we got a hurricane coming. Most people in Florida they shrug a hurricane off. You know, we're so used to dealing with that mess. But it's like, oh yeah, we're getting snow flurries. Yeah, y'all say that all the time. And so we just don't think nothing about it. And it's not, it was snowing, and then it just kept snowing, and it just kept snowing. And I'm like, wow. Yeah, that was a mess. With my Dremel, it's not hard to do once you get at it. Hold on, I'll show you. I'll get into one. It'd be a little noisy. Let's see, where's me? I'll do a small one. They're fun doing once you get into them. I just gotta start it and get into it. Where's me a little? Dang, I thought I had another dowel right here that was short. Well, I'm still gonna do it. I'm just looking for the dang piece of dowel rod that I was gonna use. I know I have it. It's the piece that I was banging the blanks out with. Oh. Where'd you go? I have got to clean up my flipping mess out here, y'all. There it is. The mess in here is just getting too bad. Let's see, hunt it down, draft up. I love my little setup, y'all. My hose, it worked for the tools that I have in my shop. It is perfect. I have my downdraft right here, so my dust collector is I have underneath here is wood, just like the top, you know, but right here in the center, I got my little 2.5 inch attachment piece glued into my wood, and it sticks down, and my dust collector clips to that. And then my lathe is right here to my left beside me, and then my bandsaw and my drill press is on the other side of my box to my right. And so I just have to unhook my hose and go from tool to tool. I don't need the little splitters and all that. It would be nice to have that, or I wouldn't have to move everything, but I love it the way we got it going here. All right. Let's see. Let me get. Oh, change this out. Put my flame burr back in there. Hey, good morning, Paul. My flame burr. And I cannot wait. Let's see. The whole divorce thing sucks. I'm still depressed. I'm still crushed. But I'm trying to look past that. And the only thing that can get me looking past that is that bank account at the end of it. You know, I don't want a divorce, but she's going to buy me out of my part of the house, which is going to be a substantial amount of money that gets to be put up, you know, and then, you know, so I'll be able to buy a few little things that I haven't been able to get for years. And a whole new set of burrs. I'm going to buy a brand new set of extreme, all the cut saw burrs. I'm getting the flame, the taper, all of it, and I'm redoing them. I'm basically freshening up my collection. My collection is old and dull. I want sharp burrs so bad. That's my cut saw collection. And I've had this set of burrs since 2022. But I don't carve as aggressive as a lot. And I try to stay away from the hard woods to make my burrs last longer. But that little old flame burr right there is tired. It does good on some cedar, but it is tired. You know. So yeah, I'm gonna freshen up everybody. So yeah, I mean that's what I'm using this for. We got wages. There's just but yeah, we do it to it though. I can't wait. And that's how I have to look at it, boy. It's gonna be a new chapter of my life. And I'm excited to see where Grumpy gets to go. You know, I don't want to go that route. I definitely wanted to take my next journey with her by my side. But if that's not going to be the case, then that's not going to be the case. So, we got to just do what we got to do. All right, Tim, I know I squirreled out there, but let me show you what we got going here. Let's see. Wages. What would you like to be addressed by? And are you a sir or a female, ma'am? I don't want to say. I don't want to be rude. There you go. I want to say hello and welcome. This is an awesome little community we got going on here. All kind of creators and stuff get wrapped up in here. Lots of good people. I'm down up in Northwest Florida. But all right, when I start this, Tim, I don't really do no lines or nothing, but the easiest thing to do is just start you a deep cut into it. And then I'll show you. Let's see. All right, it's gonna get noisy. I might mute it. Just depends on how bad the Dremel goes to screaming with the microphone. I haven't done a lot of Dremel parts in the lines. See how loud that gets. Let's see, where am I looked at? I was using the micro motor last, so I gotta get my Dremel pedal closer. And you start off with just your first line. Okay, that's going to be one side of your twirl. So you just figure out which side you want to start with. You want to jump it up at the top, you just touch your groove into it. And you can double that, like a, what do they call it, a double helix or something? I don't remember the word, but that can be a twist. Then that can be a twist, and they can be twisting together. So you can make a double, or if you want just a single, you decide which one you want to go with, and you just start removing the material away from the other one. It's a lot of removal. It's getting it started is the pain in the butt, but once you get it started and get it wrapped around and get a small spot rounded and looking like your whatever you want it to look, then you can chase that on up into the wood. If you understand what I mean when I say by chasing it, it's like you get it rounded out, then you can see where it's starting to run and go. Like you get just that part started and then get it rounded out, right here, and then you can just start following it into your wood. So you just kind of got the start of it. And then you see how you want it to go. And to help you out a little bit, you can turn around and like there's this kind of going like that. So you kind of follow that outside edge and just draw you a little bit, leave yourself room to round over, give yourself a little meat, and you can come up in here, bring it on, and then you can come on up a little sharper. This is sloppy, but that's about how you can do it. If you don't have to put the line on there, but until you start doing it and get used to how it's going to flow, you can use that as just a reference, and then you just go through and start removing. And then to make sure you don't, you can say, okay, well, I want to leave all this and just kind of scribble that in dark. Okay, don't cut that away yet. Go through and cut what's not dark enough. Louder when I leave it laying on the table. Echoing once I took off for a room. And then once you start seeing how you want it to twist, you got all that material, so you can remove it more this way to give it more of a swoop, or you can bring the back side off to make it come down and cut more this way. You just have to look at it and then you start seeing where it wants to flow. Ooh, snot. See where it wants to flow, you know, see which direction it likes to go and everything. But like I said, once I get into it, that's the kick in the butt. As I procrastinated so long and just was in my head so damn long before starting this one that, you know, like I said in the other video, once I started it, it didn't take me that long to get it done. I just had to get out my damn head and start it. But now hand carving them, when you're doing the whittling and all, it just depends on the wood. You know, if the wood's soft, it won't take that long. But this piece right here, I think that was a piece of oak that I cut that into, and I used a pocket knife. And so yeah, that took a hot minute. I didn't do that one fast. Hey, good morning, Cindy. Dentist sounds. Well, see, it does have that dentist sound, but I love to power carve. Hey, good morning, Derek. I love power carving and everything, so that sound is relaxing to me. You know, it doesn't make me think of going to the dentist. It makes me think of actually doing my wood carvings and stuff. So I can watch somebody's video, and when I can't Dremel carve and I'm feeling all down or something, I can watch somebody Dremel carve it and listen to those sounds and zone out like I'm the one carving. It sounds silly, but it's therapeutic for me. I am trying to get me a mic set up to where my tools won't be as loud. But right now we got to go with what we got. And I do more lathe work than I do Dremel carving, so. What does that look like in camera? I don't know how well that translates. I'm still playing. Right, there you go. That's it. And then there you go. If you do a lot of Dremel carving and you don't like the dentist, then you can just zone out at the dentist and pretend you're carving. Just don't listen to the drill in your head too much. No, you can't see it that good on camera. Oh, no problem. I mean, I hope that helped. I mean, if not, I'll play and do it some more. But I hope that give you an idea how I started it. I mean, you look at it kind of like a drill bit. When you look at a drill bit, you got those flutes going around. You look, you know, take your tool and get you a flute going in there, you know, and then just decide which side you want, you know, and then go above that and cut it, and then just, you know, remove that material. You only want one side, cut it down, and then like I said, you can leave both of them on there and round them, you know, and then it'll look like you got your two sticks twisted, or two snakes twisting together. Yeah, this is, I don't know what style frame this was. This is with that one that I just moved. When I first got into the Slingshots and Knuckles channel, I Googled just frames and I got a picture, and then I traced it out on the fence plank first. And did this one, but this one is so thin, and with it being the cedar fence board, I was flexing it to see if it had any give, and I barely tweaked it and it cracked. So I think it's trying to crack right along that grain. So I haven't tried to band it or shoot this one, but yes sir, it's gonna glow. But that was the first one I ever tried to do. And then I made this one's out of a piece of birch that's solid. And so it's like, okay, once I cut it out, I want to put, if you can see better now, a little closer, I want to do wood spirits and blend them all around here. Well, not necessarily in the handle, so it'll be smooth to hold, but I want to try to blend wood spirits around it and then stain it up and see what it looks like. Let's see. Not quite. It's hard to see is with the shadow. Let's see. Trying to get this hitting the camera, and I got a massive delay in here, so I can't tell what it's looking like. No, this camera's too bright, and it's not giving me the shadow I need. You can't see the detail good. No, I can't, not on my phone. Let's see. There you go. You start seeing his little face up in there now. I want to start blending them little guys all around it. Not a lot of depth in there, but there's enough depth in there. You see his eyes, you know, his mouth, his nose. He's got some little nostrils going on. But all that's tiny. I mean, there's my fingernail. But I want to blend that all around and do it up like my wood spirits, but just tiny. Oh, right, for for the slingshots for oh yeah, I do that for sure. This was just I just wanted to cut a shape out, so I used the cedar fence board for that, you know, so I knew that was gonna be a little weak because the cedar just being soft and the grain in it and all. This is a lot stronger. It's a solid piece, you know, but I go to do a natty or something like that. Oh yeah, I'll look for something like that, you know, and then bring all that down, because yeah, that for sure ain't gonna break. This was the very first time, so as we say, we learned, and you know, we learned what we did wrong here. We went thicker and stronger. Oh.
Yellow glows bright, black swallows the sun. The work ain't never finished, the fight's never done. Lace spins eternal through the wrong and the right. Epoxy in the veins.
Yeah, I'm super open-minded and doing stuff and trying different things, and so as long as I learn the first go around, that's what counts. That's, what do I say? There's never a right and a wrong way. As long as you don't break something or hurt something doing it and it got what you wanted, yeah, it's right. Definitely got to clean my box up though. That's what slows me down on all my powder carbon too, is I keep my box so cluttered up and dust goes every flipping way. Cause see, that's what brought me to the whole carbon community was these little faces. Uh-oh, switch cameras here. There we go. That's what brought me in there was these little faces. I wanted to learn to do them on my roach clips. You know, I had done roach clips forever, and somebody said something about you need to carve somebody a face or something on one. I was like, I ain't never done that. I can't do nothing like that because at the time I'd never carved anything to detail like that. So I started searching for the wood spirits and stuff, and that's how I found Jordy's channel. And it was like, that's crazy little guy. I don't like it, but it's okay. That's why I haven't finished that one off. But that's one of my roach clips. This is pretty much done. I just got to put some type of finish on there and then kind of scuff it all back up again. Right. Well, see, that's just it. I'll clean to a degree, and then it's like, I'll let it stack up because I have my layers of junk. That's just the way my head works. I'll come in and put something down somewhere and then put something else down and not touch it for a couple of weeks. But then if I clean everything up, I can't find a daggone thing. But if I leave it the way it is, I can go right to where I put my stuff down at, you know. So it's like, you can't find nothing. I said, bullcrap, it's right here. Look, you know, you just got to go under 3 days of stuff. Or that was last week's stuff. This is today's stuff. So it's right here. You know, the way my brain works. Gotta love it.
Shavings hit the floor, rhythm of the grind, lathe making magic, crafting peace of mind. Aliens peep through the hazy design. Who knew the roach clip could shine so fine? Bliss ain't bought, it's a hands-on skill.
I do not. Never done nothing like that. Not saying I couldn't, but I've never messed with knife handles. My main thing, let's see, Wages, you're new into here, so let me let me show you what we do. I'm in Florida. I got my medical cannabis card. I medicate my butt off that way. I do not do opioids or pills or pharmaceuticals no more. I take my blood pressure medicine, that's about it. I do a lot of epoxy roach clips right now. That's like my big fetish. And so I pour my own epoxy blanks and then put me a wood insert in there. Okay, now with this right here, you get this right here. I'll turn them on the lathe, shape them up, sand them down, polish them real good, spin it down. I attach my roach clip, tie my threads to it, seal up my threads real good, and there you go. Pretty much. And all my epoxy has glow-in-the-dark pigments, ultraviolet pigments, anything like that. Kind of catered to the hippies. Lighter cases. Now this is influenced and inspired by Jordy Johnson from Carbon Fusion. He was the first one I saw carve them up like this. But you take your rubber silicone, your epoxy, make you a lighter mold, and then I turn around and carve my little wood spirit faces into the lighter molds. And we have some nice wooden roach clips. These are crepe myrtle and cedar. Like I said, the roach clips and dab spoons and stuff, that's like 90% of what I do on my channel. But I do other stuff besides roach clips and all. And then these are little dab spoons, little concentrate spoons, shatter, the waxes, whatever. Cedar, crepe myrtle. I got some out of epoxy. I got a piece on the lathe right now to make one out of epoxy. This is a piece of cedar with some captive rings spun in it. I've been doing the captive rings on a lot of my roach clips here lately. Then I have a handful of exotic woods that I've done the captive rings and stuff on for the roach clips. But I got a lot of wood spirits and stuff carved up too, but they're in a box that's kind of buried right now. Here's some of the more exotic wood ones here. What was that? Paduke, Purple Heart, Black Walnut. I don't remember what that one was. I do the ink pens. Ink pens here that I just started doing. I got roach clips like this too, but the ink pens, they're electro burned, Lichtenberg burned, and then I fill them in with the epoxy. It glows in the dark. I got to get those boxed up and mailed off this weekend. Oh, let's see. Grumpy got a lot of stuff now. These are another batch of the. I started messing with a few of these on the lathe yesterday. I'm not liking them, but I'm liking them. So this one's about ready to cut off and finish, and then just put the clip to it. But these all be roach clips here, right? And then of course, if it's got epoxy or something in it, it's gonna glow. And here's the blank that I showed you earlier. That's just neon colors. That don't have any glow pigment, but that you know, black light reactive. You know, but. And then I babble, like my title says, early morning live, coffee, babble, and let's do something. So welcome to the channel. I hope you stay. I hope you subscribe. And I come back every morning. I'm normally here. Also have a pen problem. There you go. Like yesterday in the live, I was getting a bunch of blanks ready for the burn pins for these right here. All right, let's see. Here's one of my pins. What was this? This was zebra wood. Okay, so that's how it'll be put together. That's the bottom, that's the top. But we did that yesterday in the live. I have to put it back on the lathe, sand it down a little bit, and then go back and fill in the deeper. I can't fill in every channel. They're not deep enough. And I don't want to sand, I don't want to coat it in epoxy and then sand the whole thing back down, because I'll lose a lot of the detail because it doesn't go as deep with this burner. So what I do is that main, let's see, that main trench that goes through, that's the deepest, I fill that part in with the glow epoxy. But yep, that's what we do. A little bit of everything. And we do it medicated, so it's Grumpy's laid back carvings. Oh, goodness. And then if you see anything you like, just shoot me an email and we can talk. I ship anywhere in the States so far. I have to figure out what my international stuff's gonna try to be. No, I don't put that out there too much. I don't want people to jump out there and buy that. I don't want nobody that I know to be getting hurt. I do use the machine I use is store-bought. I didn't rip a microwave apart and make it. You can make a burner that way. You got to be dang careful. And like I say, when I burn and do my burning, I tell everybody over and over and over and over and over, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Because that's a one and done mistake. You don't get to mess up once and oh, let me do this way so I don't do that again. You mess up one time, that is the only time you're gonna mess up, because you're gonna be up in the sky looking down at yourself. When I set up, excuse me, excuse me, wages when I do set up though and do it, you can watch me burn. I just do not show the actual base of my machine. You see my leads come up in the box, then you see my leads, you know, touching the wood. I turn the lights out and you get to see the light show, you know, but I don't show the actual transformer unit of my machine. You know, I don't want nobody to get hurt. You know, I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I care for the people that show up in my chat on a regular. And if I was to find out one of y'all went and tried to do this and y'all got hurt, that would mess my head up, you know. So that's why when I do it, I tell everybody, please don't do this. And if you do it, please take every safety precaution you can, because it's not safe, you know. There's nothing safe about it. And then, like I said, if you watch my videos, you'll hear me. I sit there, I say, okay, there's no power on my lead, because when I'm setting my leads up, I don't even have it plugged into the power cord. I unplug everything, right? I get my leads set up. I reach up here, flip my switch off in my box. Then I move away from my carving table. I'm nowhere near my carving table. Then I plug in my unit. Then I turn on the power switch, and I'm counting all this down as I do it. You know, and again, I'm 3 foot away from this wood, you know, back here in the middle of the room. And then I have a foot pedal that I touch. You know, I do all the zapping. When it's done, I unplug it and I say power's unplugged, power's turned off, and then I even tap my foot pedal a few times to make sure there's no stored up energy in the transformer. You know, then I move everything and reset stuff and then go right back through it. Like, I got a checklist. I sound like a broke record when I'm doing it, but that's how I can be safest and know I'm not fixing to zip zap myself.
Grumpy's got the lathe spinning wild tonight. Epoxy roach clips gleaming in the light. Aliens dancing under a neon moon.
Because there have been fatalities. You know, there's people that's like to do this but ain't able to do it no more. And I do not want to become one of them, and I do not want any of my viewers or subscribers to become one of them. Oh no, it's not 9-volt batteries. You can do that. How does they do? Suzanne, let's see, Rhinestone Suzanne. She has a channel. She is an awesome freaking carver, but she etches metal. She does axes and stuff. She's military, I believe Marine, and she'll do, hey Pilato, good morning. She'll do axes, and they're the steel axes, and she takes and sands them down, tapes them up. She's got a solution that she has mixed up, and then she has a bunch of 9-volt batteries that she has clipped together, and then she's got her positive wire coming off. She's got it grounded to the axe, and then she's got her wire she dips in her solution and then paints the metal with it, and it etches into the metal. And then she cleans it off and all. You have to be mindful of your batteries. She hasn't had anything go pop on her, but it drains the batteries quick. But that's a different power than what this burning is. She's messing with a DC current or something like that going through them batteries. That's not gonna zap her. You know, what it will do though is overfeed those batteries, and it could blow a battery up if you're not careful. But with the way this right here, this is a whole different beast with the electricity. There's a big difference between that DC and AC, and then the amperage and the volts and all, because that's what this does. This takes that 110 and runs it through that transformer and amps it way up. You know, your amperage jumps high with this burn-in. Well, see, I'm super hot natured. Jen, you talking about being accident prone. With this burning, I get nervous when it's summertime because I am so hot natured and I just have so much moisture on my freaking body from the sweat and everything. I won't do it. And again, I'm away from everything. So, you know, but still with my nerves and being paranoid, you know, no, I respect electricity. So it's, I take super precautions on doing that. As I said, I do not want to get hurt. Where's this guy? Right there.
Grumpy in his shop, tools in a dance, roach clips in the spotlight, taking a stance. UV epoxy, them stars in a jar, pulling in aliens, celestial bazaar, hands like wizards.
That's a little pin kit for that pin. They were supposed to send me gunmetal and silver, and it didn't work out. I gotta dump them all out and check them, but the silver, okay, yeah, that worked, but the other color is not gunmetal. I'm not gonna press it together yet because I still have to sand it down and polish it, but it's gonna be all right. I don't know how them clips are gonna bend. Hey, they're supposed to be slimline pins, and the way I make them, they're far from slim. But they look good. Yeah, that's the cool part. It looks good. You know, got a little bit of bubble to it. And then I mark the inside of the tube with a marker so I'll know which is the top when I turn it, so it'll go together like that. I didn't have that, oop, where'd it go? Have that ring in it right there for the hardware. I want to get some different ones though. I'm definitely gonna get some better kits. These are gonna be my practice kits, I guess. But ooh, come here, don't lose that. But I'm new to doing the pins, so I've been doing my homework and trying to find the better kits to get. Got it narrowed down. And at least with these kits go together and they're not that bad, but the ink, I want to get a better ink for them. I can get a cross style refill that'll be the same as this, that'll go into this kit, and so it'll make it smoother. These are just, I was trying to get in bulk so I could get a bunch of kits because I'm just excited about turning the pins and I want to practice, you know, so, but at the same time, I want to sell them, but I don't want to sell anything that's not good. Oh, how's your weather going, Pilado? Am I saying your name correctly? Is it Pilado? I do not want to butcher your name. All right, Robin, have a good morning. Thank you for hanging out. I'm sure we'll run into each other in other lives, but have an awesome day. Well, I don't want to sell crap. That's just it. If somebody buys something of mine, I want them to sit there and say, damn, I like that. That's nice. That's nice. You know, that's what I want. I don't want somebody to get something and be like, "Oh, that's just a piece of junk." You know, that's like the hardware in this one is stiff. You know, it's scratchy. It don't want to hardly. It's real loose, but it don't want to hardly run the mechanism out on this pin. It's like the transmission's not quite. Pay, okay. Payload, okay. Payloado, okay. That's a good way to put it out. They're pretty close. Payloado, okay. Payloado. Awesome. I wasn't that far off. Okay, awesome. I see. My vocabulary and my pronunciation skills seem to lack sometimes, and so. And then there's so many people from so many places that pop up on YouTube, and I just, you know, I want to be respectful with everybody's names. Liechtenstein. No, wages or is that? Let me see. Liechtenstein. No, is that the cooking compound to make the hippie calories bond to everything, or is that towards the Lichtenberg side of the conversation? Well, see, I do what I call quality control. If I make it and I don't like it, I won't sell it out. It's like this one here. I put this together and did the little twirly thing, but it's got some flex to it, and I'm just heavy-handed, so I'm afraid somebody's gonna break it. So it's like if I can flex it, somebody's gonna pick it up and break it. But I mean, when they're twisty like this, and I guess there's that much twist, it gives it that flexibility to a degree. You know, but it's like if I don't like it, I won't sell it, you know. And then this one, I did it, but this one's the same as this. It's got a little flex, but it's like, okay, again, you know, am I flexing it because of I can't tell how hard I'm moving stuff, or is it, you know, is it really let me start over. With my hands, I can't tell how hard I'm moving stuff sometimes and grabbing stuff. So is it bending because I'm actually grabbing it that hard, or is it actually that flexible? You know, if it's that soft and flexible, I'm afraid somebody's gonna break it if they're heavy-handed. You know, but again, like I said, I am heavy-handed half the time, so it might not be that flexible. Let me see. Good morning, Constantine. Welcome, let's see, Constant. Good morning and welcome. Oh, my neck. Ooh. And then my neck, that's another thing why I don't do a lot of carving is I tense up in my shoulders and tend to like turn almost like a dang dog. You start talking to a dog, they start turning their heads from the sides and looking at you and stuff. Well, when I start carving, I tend to kind of cock my head to the side and then get real tense and lock up. And then it's like when I'm done and I move, it's like, oh, the hardware stuff in my neck is saying, you fool. Supposed to get, hey, that's good temperatures there. No. I woke up with it being 21 and the real feel 9. All right, y'all. I guess y'all want to see me do some wood turning or something. I gotta quit babbling. I'm awake now. Coffee is for sure kicked in. The medications for sure got me babbling. It's a combination of that dang sativa still too, so that's got me a little extra pep in my step, I guess. I had to be careful with that. As I was telling Sean the other day, he's doing that medicating, and I told him, he's talking about getting anxious or something, and I was like, yeah, I can't. I got to be careful. The sativas get me too anxious sometimes. But I always smoke damn indica for that couch lock effect because of my chronic pains. But it don't never couch lock me because I medicate so damn much, you know. I'll wake up and smoke the heaviest indica there is at 5 o'clock in the morning and be functioning all day long, and other folks take 3 hits off of it and want to curl back up and go to bed. Say, I can hang with old Snoop and Willie. I'm not a lightweight on the flower. Now, the dabs and concentrates, that's a different story. I'm going to lose a lung. But, all right, y'all, we fixing to do something on the lathe. I got some candy ass lungs, so I cough and choke real easy. Hey, PK, good morning, sir. Hey, where are we at? We're on the lathe now. Did you see my post? I finally got out of my head and got on it last night and went to carving. This was that commission piece for the PR manager up at the dispensary. She told me like a week after Christmas, because she's got one like it, and her friend loves the crap out of it and wanted one. So she hit me up like a week before Christmas, and asked me if I could make one. And I'm like, oh yeah, but I won't be ready by Christmas time, you know. And then all the crap between me and the soon-to-be ex kicked up, and that slowed me down on stuff. And then I finally just turned on her Pandora and was jamming out and got to it last night. All right, have a good morning. Come back if you can. I'll be here for a little while. I got to shut off by at least 9:30, 9 o'clock. You're in Canada. The snow's 3 foot deep, dark all the time. Everyone is currently... Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, that's it. I'm sorry. I am a strong advocate for the herb. You know, I think everybody needs a little bit of herb in their diet, and I think it would help them out a whole lot. There's so many pharmaceuticals that people take for elements that if they had just a little bit of herb, they don't even have to smoke it. They could just go with the tinctures and the CBD. You know, they could get out of the euphoria side of it, and it would still get them off of all them damn pharmaceuticals. Big Pharma has ruined everything. That damn corporate greed. But all right, I'll get off of my soapbox. I gotta get my camera angle set up right better here, y'all. Sorry for the motion. I bumped all this moving stuff around yesterday. All right, now this is just this is leftovers. I'm not even sure how this is gonna do. Hopefully it don't separate. I don't think it'll separate. I think you can pour on top of pours. I kept it clean, so we'll see. But I'll make a little dab spoon out of that. Try to anyway. It's gonna be a little stubby one. I'll take and roll it up, have the point down here, and the base of it. I got to cut it flat. This was my homemade mold deal, so the bottom down here is all dimply. So I got to chew that up. I was gonna sand it, but I just do it on the lathe. It's not as dusty. Oh, my light. That's what we're looking for. It's got the neon colors in it, and it's got some glow resin in the top, but the bottom is just basically the neon. It's got the purple, green, orange, a little bit of white in there. But I'm gonna throw the mask on, turn the dust collector on, and we're gonna see what kind of shape we can make out of that. And then we have all kind of stuff to go through after there. I got other piece, the other side of that Paduke. Where's the other piece? And we got a bunch of pretty wood still to cut up. Trying to make sure I got my epoxy papers. There should be all the epoxies. Let's see, 400, 600. Make sure I got these little guys together. 320, 240, 150. And then here's the fresh wet sandpaper right there. All right, y'all. Now I just put my hands on that sandpaper. Now y'all watch in 10, 20 minutes when I'm getting ready to sand it, I'm not gonna be able to find that stuff. That's how I do stuff down here. All right, Tim, have a good morning. Stay warm, buddy. Oh yeah, not a problem. Like I said, I hope it helped. I hope it gave you an idea of how I start them. Hey, good morning, Scruffy. All right, let me mask up and get going here. Go turn this noise. I gotta move this one heater a little bit closer. Oh, it's cold. We're up to 49 in here. Oh, got the old mask on. Miss Francis is fun. I like it when she does her Friday Night Lives. It's Miss Francis from Custom Crazy's Beating. Let's see, let me say that right. Beating Crazy's Custom Creations. That's it. Miss Francis. I like her channel. Miss Francis sent me an awesome little goodie box a while back that had some pretty cool blanks in it. And I have to get a drill bit. You know, it's got some lip balm kits that I can do on my lathe. I just have to get the proper size bit to drill the blank out. I got the bushings for it. I thought I had the right drill bit, but I got the wrong size. She's got a good community over there with the resin crafters and everything. It's pretty nice. And then she has a good time. She'll have let's see. Oh, this is not that dang dusty. I feel like I'm yelling at y'all through that dang mask. But she has her Friday night game night every now and then. And I'm gonna turn out a little dab spoon. It's just some my epoxy leftovers from making my blanks. And let's see, I'll try to find one now. Here you go. I'm gonna make a concentrate spoon out of it. But it's just gonna be a little bit smaller. And then I just put the little concentrate spoon in the tip of it. But when I pour my epoxy blanks, the leftovers, I pour them into a little mold, and as it stacks up, I make these little blanks here. But yeah, her Friday night game nights, they can be pretty fun because they are definitely adult oriented. It's not for the kids. Ooh. 35 down there. I know it. Dude, I woke up, it was 21 with a real feel of 9. It was 41 degrees out in my shop this morning. It's only just now 40, like 49 degrees in here. I got 2 long sleeve shirts on, my hoodie, my beanie, my sweatpants, my blue jeans. I have a pair of wool socks on, and then a pair of slipper socks on top of those, and then got my feet shoved into my insulated slippers. I am definitely trying to stay warm. Oh, that's cold, Stephanie. That's cold. I just don't want to push too hard and start to split the epoxy, but it's a small piece, so I can't use no chucks on it. Ooh, no, sir. No, sir, no, sir, no, sir. When I worked outside in the construction, I had one of those Blizzard makes them, Carhartt makes them, but I called it my monkey suit. There's the one-piece jumpsuit. The legs, they would unzip from the ankle up to about almost the knee, so it'd make it easier to get in and out of. And then it unzipped from like a jacket from the chest down to about your crotch. And then you'd have to step into it and then, you know, put that thing on and then zip all up. I wore one of those on a regular. Tell me if that got too loud on the music, y'all. Hey, good morning, Cindy. I can't hear it with the flip through my earbud no more, but running that drum on my head's my my ears ring on a regular, and then when I do the power tools or anything, they will scream even more on me sometimes. So my ears ringing real loud. So the music might be too loud. I don't know. All right, Scruffy, have a good day, buddy. Stay warm. So how was your drive in the snow, Derek? Did you enjoy it? Did you get your feel of it, I should say? Because I know you said you don't like it all the time. One and done. That still ain't got around yet. See, that's how I turn. It makes you slow down and take your time and enjoy turning the piece. Because you can't get heavy with it because it stops. And I need to sharpen my bits. I haven't turned them or sharpened them in a couple of days. Everything was, oh, I know. I seen y'all hit the Walmart and then the Publix. And like you say, you ain't used to that snow. Half people don't know how to drive on it. Shuts the roads down. About the only safe thing about down south is, I guess, would be your country folks, the ones that get out there and get on the dirt roads and the clay and drive in that mud. You know, they know they can handle it, I guess, better because your snow is going to be slick to that degree. You know, it's a different beast for sure. But let's see if you can turn. How they say turn left, turn right to go left. You can do it. We is most definitely going to have to sharpen the bits before we do anything else. Because I think I've already turned this one where I don't have any more sharp sides on it. like I'm going to use that. Let's see, that's what I used to do a lot of. I call it crazy driving with my kids. But I grew up playing on the old clay roads and stuff up in the woods with my cars. I'd treat my cars like trucks, my trucks like cars, vice versa. So anytime it rained, I would hit those wet roads and just go slipping and sliding, doing the fishtails, doing donuts, losing control on purpose just to get control back. I wanted to be a stunt man and a stunt driver. That was one of my childhood fantasies. And so when I started driving, oh my goodness, I stripped my first few cars because I was just so rough on them. I needed to know the breaking points. And so I guess with that too, though, knock on wood, I don't have any accidents on my driving record. I know how to drive good, got them good defenses and stuff down. Oh shoot, yeah, and that's why I'm broke. My goofy ass would climb trees. So when where I grew up at, I was one of the first few houses in the area. So we had clay roads and then woods everywhere. And then so as the neighborhood developed, houses being built everywhere, us goofy kids would be snatching plywoods from job sites, taking it to our little forts, making our little forts better. Well, me and a buddy of mine, we would lay the plywood down on bushes just under the tree, and we'd climb up in the tree, jump out of the damn tree, and try to land flat on our back on the boards like it was cardboard boxes and stuff, like we were jumping out of buildings or on fire and crap. I mean, I was literally that dumb. I mean, I was Generation X, Gen X. We was the F around and find out generation, and let me tell you, I F'd around and found out a lot. PK, I used the diamond sharpening cards. Um, Take the tip off right there, and then that flat side that you can see, lay that side down flat on the stone, and then just rub it in a circle for a while, and then it's good to go. Put it back on, and it's sharp because you only got that one side. It's beveled up like that. I don't mess with that beveled side. I run that flat side on that card, and that'll cut my edge back. Now over time, it does get smaller, so the tool don't want to fit as square in its grooves. But it'll you can sharpen it for a while before you have to replace it. But yeah, I was just rough skateboarding and all that stupid stuff, and then yeah, just growed up hard. Screwing up the bottom, getting all the little dimples and knobs off. There's a bunch of little little bumps from the mold that had a bunch of bubbles in the bottom of it. Man, if they would have had YouTube and stuff when I was a kid, oh my goodness. the stuff that I would have gotten into then. Because we did dumb stuff just to do it. You know, you give us a flipping video camera to where we can show the world what we're doing. Oh my goodness. Jackass wouldn't have nothing on us. Me and my buddies, we did some stupid stuff. My fingers are about frozen out here. All right. Did we finally get round with it? Almost. That's it. There you go. That's how you grow up. I mean, that's how you learn to do stuff, getting out there. And the generations today just don't get out there. It's a shame. And I can't say nothing. I didn't let my boy get out there. I kept my boy in a flipping bubble. I didn't want him to tear himself up like I did before he had a chance to do anything. But then I feel at the same time, I kind of limited him and kept him from being able to do anything. But I'm gonna see if this has got a sharper side still. But yeah, I didn't let him do crap. Didn't want him to get hurt. He's got more of a brain. He's academic, he's gifted, he's got high IQ. With that being said, I didn't want him to be physical with anything. Because he was a big boy, you know, when he was 18 months old, he was 36 inches tall. So he was 3 foot tall at 8 months old already, or 18 months old already. So he was a big boy. Everybody looked at him as being one of them cornbread fed boys. It's like, oh, he'll be good in football. I'm like, no, he won't. I'm not letting him play it. I ain't letting him get concussions and crap like that. That's what I've had too many concussions and stuff, and I blame that on my getting my words flipped around and stuff like that. Oh yeah, it's a lot sharper. See there, y'all, sharper tool makes a big difference. With him being gifted, I pushed him for the academics. I said he was taking advanced classes and everything all through high school and stuff, dual enrollment classes. He graduated with honors. He got him a Florida Bright Future Scholarship to UWF. He got a full ride to the vocational school that he was going to while he was in high school, because he was going to the local high school. And then his dual enrollment class, he was taking the computer class at the Votech school. And so he had Microsoft certifications and stuff before he ever graduated high school. And the Votech school gave him a $2,000 something scholarship. So he got his A plus and his network plus, and they paid for that. That's what he's doing right now. And then he's finishing that scholarship with a cybersecurity program. Oh, I make my music. I use Suno app. Yeah, when he finishes up the Votech school, he'll be starting the university next year, and he's going to continue the computer science, and then he wants to go into psychology. So he's got his head in the right direction, but he's like his crazy ass daddy. He's got some massive ADHD and some other issues going on, and a lot of that tends to go with that giftedness. But he's doing good with it. He's coping with all of it, and he knows, at least he's not going undiagnosed and not knowing how to deal with stuff. So he's handling everything pretty good. I'm pretty proud of him. Yeah, I mean, I was bad about that. I even do that with my grandkids because I don't want them to get hurt because I know the difficulties of dealing with that chronic pain and then injuries and stuff and the quality of life. Because of my back, there's things that I can't do. Like I cannot go and snatch my grandboy up and pick him up and give him a big old hug because he's just if I do, I'm gonna fall down with him. But because of that, I keep them in that bubble. Right? That's it. You don't want none of your babies to go through no pain. That's what I tell mine when they're sick or something hurts. That's the first thing I tell them. I wish Grumpy could just touch you and take it all away. I would take every bit of your pain so you wouldn't have to feel a bit of it. But then, unfortunately, sometimes that pain, they need to feel that pain to learn some of them lessons. But I hate that. I hate that. It hurts my heart when I know my babies are hurt and sick. It is cold out here, y'all. I'm gonna get that heater a little bit closer. Hmm. Think we finally got it around. Feels a little flat. Let's see. Yeah, right there. She's supposed to be leaving today to go clean on her place. She's upset she don't have no heat out there. The heat there is not working. It's not been on in over a year. I told her if it was working before, it just hasn't been on, then something's probably just reset or not powered on. She needs to talk to the people that own the place to check the breakers outside and everything. But all I can tell her is we got a heater here. She ain't got to go nowhere. She got to redo the paperwork. Because the paperwork that she wanted me to sign the first time didn't have nothing about alimony in it. It was just a simple resolution of the marriage. But once you put alimony in there, it's not a simple resolution no more. So she's got to do a whole different set of papers. So she's got to get me a lease agreement drawn up that covers me here for my lease. And the papers that I gotta sign covers me. It gives me, we can't do life estate things a different thing, but the papers she's drawing up, she can word it where it gives me, um, I stay here until I die as long as I pay. And then I told her that if she sells out from underneath me, then I want a percentage of that sale, even though I'm walking away with my half of the house. Because I am walking away with my half of the house, but I'm also walking away with the intentions of continuing to pay my mortgage and staying here. You know, so if I spend my money thinking that my house is not going anywhere and then she sells it, I want a percentage of that sale to get me into something new. And then she can't refinance it to make the mortgage more expensive on me. So basically, once I get my mortgage, it's set at that amount until I'm dead. It's the only way I can afford to stay here with my disability and everything. And then I'm still gonna run out of money because I'm gonna lose almost half my income after 18 years because the alimony will be done. Because I won't get alimony forever. Well, I mean, I ain't the one that pulled the trigger. If that's what she wants to happen, that's what's got to happen for it to happen. I have to cover myself.
You know, I've spent the past 30 years thinking that we were going to grow old and die together, so I thought I was going to have somebody to help me. You know, I'm going to have to look at, it's just going to suck in the end. You know, I hope that I'm not by myself. I hope I get over this shit, move on, and find somebody, because I am definitely going to need somebody to help take care of my old ass. Because, yeah, I feel I'll be in a wheelchair before I die. You know, with my back issues right there, my lower back the way it is, if I don't stroke out and get paralyzed from my neck, it's going to be my back putting me in a chair. But that's why I've come to the conclusion that I'm going to sign the papers. I'm going to do what we got to do to where I can stay here. But I'm not going to worry about 10 years from now. I'm just going to worry about tomorrow. I'm going to live today and make sure I have cash tomorrow. That's all I can do. I'm going to sit here and be flipping miserable and scared to death the rest of my life, thinking I'm not going to be able to do a damn thing if I don't try. And I've been working so hard the past year or so to get out of my shell to where I can get out and about and put myself out there in the community with my work. So, what we say, we're not going backwards. The grumpy ain't doing nothing but moving forward. We might be doing slow, but we're moving forward. Well, that's what she keeps telling me. She keeps telling me that once I change my profile on Facebook and put single and all this, that I'll have all kind of girls in my DMs. Is what she said. And I said, well, I don't want all kind of girls in my DMs. I want you. And so yeah, I do. She's pushed me to do that from the beginning, and I'm like, we're not divorced. I'm not changing no settings or nothing. I did take my ring off, but you know, but my brain, we're still married. All right, Derek, you have a good day. Thank you for hanging out. Be safe up there. I want to get some of those negative rake carbide tools to see how good they cut. They say they're supposed to just be a night and day difference on cutting epoxy with them. I don't do too bad with the regular ones, but if the other ones do better, I could just imagine. Trying to work the spear into this, but I don't want to take too much away so I can get it to because I still have to come around some more on this side, so I'm gonna have to come some more on this to match it. But I don't want the base too skinny. Hey, good morning, Suzanne. Is it cold enough for you? So bump right there, it's got to come down still. Right here, a little bit high, almost wrap around here. Still a little bumpy. Yeah, I'm gonna be without wheels today too. Unless I ride the dirt track. It's just gonna go and be gone all day at her place cleaning it up. She says she's got to get it ready to paint. You just go have fun. Wish you could have had that kind of energy around here. And it's flat right there, so this has got to drop a lot to match up with that curve. It's good, man. Still bumpy. 17 feels like 8 and snowing right now. Awesome. You got you some snow. We are that cold almost. I woke up and it was I have to go back and check. I think 21 is what it was, and then Real Feel had us at 9. And I was like, wow, that's cold. But I walked outside and it's too dry. We ain't got no snow. My pipes are still dripping. I got my back faucet because it's on my northern wall. I got it dripping to make sure the pipes don't freeze. There's some of that white. Send it to Michael, right? I like it. It's pretty. It's cool. Looks awesome when it's out on the ground. I just don't like the mess that comes with it. And I'm not gonna stay out in it that long. I go out there in it for a minute or two, then I got to get my butt right back inside before I get too cold. It's hard to get that side smooth with this thing. That's still cool. It's hiding under the epoxy. Stuff is a mess and it's staticky and sticks to everything. But she did get her some. She got her a couch sofa, or a couch, a love seat, and a recliner. She managed to get some of that from her coworker. Got a new living room set, so she got a hold of it. So I guess that's a good thing. I think I'm ready just to work it down with sandpaper now. It's snowing in here. All the bag of epoxy. It's little flurries, I say. It's cold, I know that. 51 in here now. Cool thing about with it being so cold, when I smoke on my vape pen, it's like smoking with a chilled bone or something. The little things, y'all, just the little things. Yeah, I got the bottom pretty good. I got a little knob on the bottom to take out, and then where the center goes into the top. Yeah, not. I could probably sand that a little in. But where the center goes in, that's what I'm gonna drill for the spoon to come out. So we'll take care of that too. That's not a bad spear, y'all. I'm getting better. For no jigs, that's not bad at all. I want to do some of those epoxy eggs. I want to get some nice a nice burl or something and stabilize it and have that at the bottom of the base and then pour a bunch of damn translucent and crazy mica powders in there. Maybe even have something inside the egg, and then polish and shape the egg or shape and polish the egg like I'm doing here. That'd be pretty cool. Oh, have a good day, Cindy. Thank you for hanging out this morning. Like two or something. Sandpaper on that. Right? And that's my mentality I've been trying to get right now. I sit here and I get too negative and I worry. I'm like a massive worry wart. Think about every little possible thing that could go wrong. And that like puts the brakes on every damn thing. So that's part of my mentality I've been trying to get myself out of for a while. Well, that kind of blends back to that confidence. Lacking that confidence a little bit kind of draws that negative energy in, I guess. That's one of that's been one of my my issues throughout life, I guess. Got to start getting me some good lotion too, y'all. This stuff is drying and splitting my fingers bad. From all the sanding and the dust and stuff that I've been doing. It's crazy. Normally doesn't bother me, but it's been getting, I guess, the colder weather I need to stop notifications for that thing. I haven't been to that shop in months. I don't go to the True Leaf shop anymore. Planet 13 is my dispensary. Yes, I only go to them now. I'm a creature of habit, and they got good prices, and they take care of the people. So I like that shop. I like the environment. There's good people up in there, but just like the other place. This is gonna polish up nice, I hope. It'll match that other one I got, I do believe. About the same shape. It's almost got that bell kind of base, like the bottom of a lamp. Like that's the base, and it comes up, whoop, and you got your lamp shade coming off the top. It's what I think of when I see those. This shape. That or a nice base. You look at this being the bottom, come up and then hollow out going in. All right, y'all. Let me try to get some of this excess stuff up here. Epoxy just everywhere. Stuff's staticky and just sticks to everything. Goes everywhere and sticks. Turn that off now. It's dusty in here. I can taste that epoxy dust.
Wood grain, slinging stories, no need for confession. Splinters fly, anxieties kiss the breeze. Chronic pain phase, find the ease with ease.
It gets to me, and then I can't feel. Let this rest a second too. I can't feel with my hands good, right? So when I go to do something, I'll run into that. Like I'll go to grab, bam, I run in there. So I hit my fingernail right against it, and I'll almost cut myself with my fingernails. So it's a weak point right there anyway. And so when my skin dries out, I split right there at the edges of my fingers, and then across my finger right here, because I grabbed that thread so hard when I twist my clips. But goodness gracious. Sorry, y'all. Hold on a minute. Let me mute this for a second. All right, man, blow my dang nose. Get some of that epoxy on powder there. I'm gonna feel a black walnut shaving. You keep your keep you a couple of chunks of cedar laying around, right? That way when you do turn or carve something, it gives you some stinky wood smell or something like that. Because you get on some of that wood and it'll just get like an old wet dog smell sometimes. Some of it just gets a good smell, but not good, you know. But have a couple of little chunks of cedar, that way you can take your Dremel and just grind into that and get that cedar aroma going through the air. That's one thing, my buddy that bought me all that cedar, when I turned that, oh my goodness, I spin one piece of cedar and that's all I smell for like a week. But it is very, let's see, the aromatic and then the dust, that's once that stuff gets in my sinuses though, woo. So I can spin so much of that cedar, then I have to take a break on it for a minute, but I love turning it. Yeah, wet. Excuse me. Where that resin hardens, spaceships hover over backyard gardens. Subscribe to the madness, channeling stars. Grumpy's world unravels, Jupiter and Mars. I've been doing my homework too. How's that pen write, Suzanne? Do you like the way it writes? Does it feel nice writing to you and all? Don't worry about hurt my feelings. Tell me if it writes like crap or whatever, because I don't want to be sending out jinky kits. But I've been looking and I can get a refill for that pen that's a better quality. Grumpy's mind twist, batshit insane. Therapy with the blade slicing through pain. It writes smooth. Okay. Well, I found some refills because that style pen is like your cross pens. So a cross refill will fit in there and replace the refill that's in it. And that's what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna when finances work out again, I'm gonna order some of those refill kits and have on hand. And that's what I'm gonna put the better ink tubes in these kits that I have now. And then when I just get future kits, I'm not gonna buy the cheaper kits. I'm gonna start getting the higher end kits. You know, I'm gonna use these kits as practice, you know, to get good at meeting the mandrel and stuff like that, and just sell them at my events and whatnot at a lower price. But you know, but like I said, I'm brand new to turning the pins and buying the kits and everything, and I've watched a few videos the other day, and I found different setups and whatnot. You shoot me an email. We can talk about them through emails. I mean, it don't bother me. I'll say out numbers. I guess I'm gonna do the pins at 50. And that's shipping and everything. That's what we're gonna start with on those, and then for sure that will probably go up a little bit as my kits improve too, because I definitely want to get the higher end kits, the roller balls. There's, like I said, I'm doing my homework on the styles, and then that's another thing too. I will be once I get better at turning them, and my bushing collection and whatnot grows. It's like there's so many different style pins and stuff out there. You could look it up, you know, and say, ooh, I want a pin kit like this, you know, and I have no problems, you know, finding that kit, ordering it, you know, going from there, you know, for like a commission piece or something like that. But right now, I don't have a collection of good kits or anything. You know, like I said, I'm just getting into the pins. Um, those are the first 10 pins I've turned. Oh, you're fine. But that's what I'm doing. I'm doing my homework and trying to find everything because, like I said, I am real funny. I don't want to put something out there that's not a good quality. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I was getting me a little motivation stick wrapped up again. That's why I want that Lobo. I smoke too flippin' much. I almost smoke the daggum things like cigarettes. You know, my back hurts a little bit. I tweak a little bit as I need a joint. Oh, I do this. Oh, I need a joint. Yeah. I need that dry herb vaporizer. Will save me on my flower by far and will do me better medicinally too. That's the thing. I do my homework. I look at the science on this stuff. And you could take through the cannabis and go through all the terpenes and everything. And when you dry or vaporize, you can set your temperatures at different temps, and different terpenes let loose their goodness at different temperatures. And so you can really dial in your session. Like if you're hurting and you just want a little bit, you know, or if you just had a bad day and you want to get straight goofy. I hear you, Bug Dog. I got it. That's what I was doing, was getting ready. That way I could start doing my sanding and everything. And now I have it right here because I haven't been wearing my mask at all on this one. But I'll have my stack of my papers out here now. Make sure I got them in order. Yeah. See, 5,000 be last, 3, 15, 1, 8, and 6. Water bottle.
Grumpy got some mail today. Brights, stickers came to play. Goodies from Michigan flew my way. Florida sunshine meets the gray.
And I sealed up some inserts yesterday. So I have some inserts to make some blanks. So I'll set up my molds to do some blanks this afternoon and pour some more colors. That way I can get some more demolded and waiting. Oh, what do we do? Well, that's why somebody sent me something about wake and bake the other day, Robert did. And as I laughed, I said, I wake up, I'm damn stoned. I said, I'm not stoned. I wish. I medicate so much that euphoria, it's there, but it's like, I guess it's there 24/7 because I'm always, you know, medicated. So I don't feel that high. You know, sometimes I'll get in that goofy, giggly mood and can tell, oh yeah, that stuff's doing good today. But most of the time, it's just like taking those pain pills. It takes that edge off my back and stuff. I said, I truly go after the medicinal aspect of it these days. Because I've self-medicated for so damn long. I guess that's about the only way I could say it. I said, it's my Xanax and everything these days. All right. It's funny too. Life is going full circle pretty much because when I met the wife, I was a young kid and I was smoking then. You know, like I said, I've smoked for flipping ever, and she was, and then I didn't have the confidence back then. I'll tell y'all the story of how we hooked up. I was running around. Hey, good morning, Rubberneck. I was running around with my buddies, you know, and her and her cousin kind of followed us, you know, out of the neighborhood. And back behind the Taekwondo places that I grew up going to, we were just hanging out in a little spot that we would hang out back there. And me and my buddies is goofing around. Her and her cousins out there, they're goofing around and stuff. And I was telling my buddies, man, I like her. I want to go there. Go ask her out. I didn't have the confidence. I just couldn't do it. And so I was playing the little middle school games. I was like, go tell her I like her. Go tell her I like her. See what she says. You know, and they go back and forth and like, well, she likes you, but you smoke, you know, so she don't want to be around that. And I said, well, tell her I'll quit. You know, and sure enough, yeah, I quit smoking for about a year and a half, and just to be with her. You know, but when I was on probation, I couldn't put the shit down. I was gonna go to jail if I didn't pass the drug test. I didn't care. You know, but to start dating her when we was kids, I quit that stuff cold turkey. The day we started dating, I smoked that day and didn't touch it again for, like I said, almost 2 years. But yeah, we had our kid, you know, real life drama kicked in, and I started smoking again.
Carving through the chaos, steady hands and grit, epoxy dreams born in the glow of the lit. Shapes take form with a story.
And that's what I told her here when she said she wanted a divorce. I told her, said, hell, I'll quit smoking again. I'll quit making roach clips. What do you want me to do? I'll do it. But it don't matter now. She don't care. She don't want to be with me no more.
Pain takes a flight in the land of creation. Everything feels right.
But yeah, I'm always self-medicated, I guess.
A cosmic dance under neon sky.
I just growed up around it. I never saw nothing wrong with it. You know, it's an herb to me. You know, safer than drinking and stuff. It's, never saw nothing wrong with it. And it puts people in better moods. Oh. I'm gonna tell y'all, it's gonna be hard living without her crazy ass. Damn sure gonna be hard. My whole life. My whole life. But boys, we gonna be. We gonna be the phoenix crawling out them ashes. We gonna be reborn. We ain't got no choice, right?
Grumpy on the lathe, turning roach clips exquisite. Spin killing time, therapy in every digit. Aliens hover, mist thick like a foggy scroll. Eyes red, my meds in control, soul on patrol. Workshop vibes where the healing ignites. Epoxy flows, truth shines in the lights. Chronic fades, peace starts to arise. Hit subscribe, feel the tribe amplify.
All I can do is laugh about it. Hell, I still want to cry when I'm laughing, so it don't matter. Just ready for this junk to be over at this point.
Shavings hit the floor, glitter like cosmic.
All I want it to do is be over.
Schools earning trust. Anxiety's a thief, but here it's unarmed.
But
Grumpy's grind.
how's it ever going to be over when I'm giving my rent check to my ex?
Grumpy replies, crafting keeps my mind.
Oh,
Lathe hum lyrics.
we got them grandbabies.
Every turn's a chapter, can't ever stop.
If I didn't have them grandbabies, oh, I think it would all be different at this point.
Space. Each roach clips a trophy, a win on display. Grumpy's got galaxies spinning every day. Workshop vibes where the healing ignites. Epoxy flows, truth shines in the
I tell her, hell, I want to be better friends than we was, I guess, a couple. That's what makes it harder, is I want to freaking be so angry and hate her, but I don't want to disassociate. If I disassociate, that's going to be no good. And I can turn that shit off like a light switch once I turn it off, and it won't come back on.
Grumpy on the lathe, turning roach clips, exquisite. Spin killing time therapy in every digit. Aliens hover mystic like a foggy scroll. Eyes read my meds in
What I told her, I said I didn't want to find nobody. I wanted to stay single, hoping she would come back to me, but I can't live like that. I gotta move on.
Shavings hit the floor, glitter like cosmic dust. Meditation in rotation, tools earning trust. Anxiety's a thief, but here it's unarmed. Grumpy's grind got the chaos disarmed. Aliens whisper saying human skills divine. Grumpy replies, crafter keeps my mind aligned. Lathe hum lyrics, beats from the shop. Every turn's a chapter, can't ever stop.
I hate somebody having this much control over me.
Tiny legacies in the smallest space. Each roach clips a trophy, a win on display. Grumpy's got galaxies spinning every day. Workshop vibes where the healing ignites. Epoxy flows, truth shines in the lights.
I feel like I'd do anything for her. I'd rob a damn bank for her right now to stay together. Whatever she wanted me to do, I'd go out there and do it.
Workshop vibes where the healing ignites. Epoxy flows, truth shines in the lights. Chronic fades, peace starts to arise. Hit subscribe, feel the tribe amplify. Workshop vibes where the healing ignites. Epoxy flows, truth shines in the lights. Chronic fades, peace starts to arise. Hit subscribe, feel the tribe amplify.
Oh hell, what was that? Was that this piece? Yeah, I ripped that in half and I couldn't tell what that was. Is that alright? The grit on there. Well, I throw it to the side.
Medication rolled up tight and clean. Electric sparks dance, the air's alive. Grumpy's grin says, let's improvise. Grumpy's making a slingshot, oh, you'll see.
I made her a plaque last year for our anniversary. It's a piece of wood about that long, about that wide. It had a bubble like graffiti I and a big heart, you, like I love you for our anniversary. And she never even took it out of the flipping bedroom. I wanted her to take it to work, put it on her little wall at work. And she said, well, I already got something you made me at work. She just left it laying on the Chester drawer, still laying right where I put it or where she put it when I gave it to her. So I'll throw that son bitch in the burn barrel, huh? And she probably had whatever I made at work in a damn drawer. Yeah, it's got a nice shine to it, you know. That's just water. Smoking, yeah, that shit's like mace, y'all. I'm holding my herbal in my mouth, and it's still lit. So yeah, smoke come up, got my eyeball. Thank y'all for all the support. I'm sorry that I go babbling and act a fool on here, but y'all are the only people I got to talk to. I don't really talk to nobody else about it. My mom just gets mad and wants to start talking crazy negative in my ear, and that don't do me no good. I tell her I don't need to hear that. And that's what's making it so damn hard is I want to stay civil so we can have that connection for the grandkids and all. And I guess with that connection, I still have that love. 'Cause I wouldn't have, look, I wouldn't be grumpy without her. I wouldn't have my grandbabies without her. So that's what makes it so hard. It's like she's gonna be everywhere I look. Regardless of not even being here, she's just gonna be everywhere. If you can understand that. It's like it's sad to say, but no, I'm not even gonna say it. I smoke so much. Hell, I've even started drinking more. It's to the point now, I told y'all those 24 ounce, I called them my big boy drinks, because that's what the wife dubbed them for her, because she drinks the Simply Bold little drinks, or like a wine cooler drink, I guess. It's the mixed lemonade with different fruits and stuff like that, spiked, but they're 5% in the 12 ounce cans. Well, I buy a 24 ounce can and it's 8%. And I'm a lightweight on drinking, so I drink one of those and have a good buzz. No, I'm getting to where I drink one of those and barely feel it now. And that ain't good.
Until morn, medication rolled, aliens lurking out of sight. Thumbs up, hit subscribe.
Chicken bones. Oh, damn. That last little bit gets me every time. That's gonna be pretty when it's polished.
Artifacts born from a mind's evergreen. Finger stained red, green smoke in the night. Tools dance in his grip, giving magic light. Therapy in every grain, every line tight. The cosmos are small, still shining bright. Lighter cases burning, messages unwrapped.
And that's what I want to do. I'm scared to death because I don't know what I can do and can't do. I know I can do my roach clips here. I would love to make it a business, but I'm scared that I'll lose my disability. And with that aspect, I don't care if I lose my disability, if I can afford to survive, so if my business goes good, the heck, I don't need it, but if I ain't making no damn money, I'm gonna need it. But I do want to look into getting LLCs, getting stuff trademarked. I want to get my grumpy sticker trademarked. I want to get everything locked in. I want that image. I want that as a brand. I want my roach clips all over the place. And I even want to be dreaming big and think that, hell, I'll get me my own little line of flowers or something going one day. That would be cool. because that's the niche. That's where I am. I want to do my other crafts and all, but my roots are my roach clips, you know, and I'm never gonna let that go. Bang energy drinks. I don't think I've had any of those. But the roach clips, they transfer over to those pins so nice. You know, and I don't know. I like doing this work. Like right now, I'm propped up on that kitchen chair with my butt. I'm leaned over. This hand's braced. Let's see, okay, you see, this hand's braced on my headstock, holding my upper body up, taking pressure off my back. But I get my lathe set up to where I'm sitting down at the lathe. That'll make life so much better. And I'm gonna do all that eventually. I have to completely take everything out of the shop and bring it back in, and I kind of slowed down on what I was doing because of the whole crap going on. But once everything's final and we get shit signed, then I'll start concentrating on how I want everything laid out, because I know I'm staying. That's what she was doing all night last night, was typing up the renter agreement and going through the stuff that she needs to fill out on a new set of paperwork. But this is my home. I do not want to leave it. I'm more comfortable here. I know where everything is. Hell, if I go blind, I can stumble around and still find my way through here. My dogs are buried here. I ain't leaving them. Don't ever. That's it. That's what I've been telling myself. That's what I'm trying to put myself in that mentality. Like I said, I do not want to disassociate from my wife at all. I love her and will always love her. I have my kids, my grandkids. You know, I wouldn't have any of that without her. You know, she is what made me what I am. You know, but at the same time, that chapter's closing. You know, I gotta move on with it. And my roach clip, I've done my roach clips for years, but just in this past, well, hell, it started October. You know, Planet 13 opened up here in Pace in October, and I've always gone into my dispensaries with my roach clips on a lanyard, and I'd have, you know, the price that I want for them on that lanyard when I walk in the door. And I would never say nothing to nobody because I didn't want to get hit for soliciting and say, oh, you can't be in here doing that. So I walked in there like a necklace. I looked like a hillbilly Flavor Flav is how I always put it out there, because my roach clip lanyard was just so big. Like how Flavor Flav had those big clock necklaces and stuff going on. Well, I had, you know, I walked into the shop, they kind of swing side to side as I'm walking, so it just automatically drawed attention and whatnot. But I walked into Planet 13 with them set up one day, and they were asking me, said, oh, what is that? You know, I told them, and then that's when they told me that they did every 13th of the month support local vendors and would let local vendors set up and sell their wares outside free of charge. And so that gave me the opportunity to set up a table, and
At first, I thought it was just my roach clip stuff that I was going to be able to take up there. Then I found out, no, it could be anything that I make. So then I set up all my wood spirits, all my burn boards, everything I had. And first event I set up there, I made, I think it was just over $200, right at $200. Second time I made, between the 4 times I've set up, I made just about close to 500, 470, something like that. And so that's gotten me out into the public, and I've never set up before and done something like that. And my anxieties just say no. But I'm taking off of that chapter in my life. You know, I want my stuff everywhere. And that's what this is doing. I guess it's helping my confidence level. And then they are so damn welcoming and inviting and stuff when I go up there. And yeah, it's helped me out a lot. Hey, Robert, good morning, buddy. I ain't even gonna do that. This damn divorce is final and I get my money put in the bank. I'm gonna jump on a plane and go see Mr. Robert. I think I got to go shake your hand, sir. But yeah. That's what I'm looking at now. You know, I'm trying to get in the mentality, yep, it's over. This is what I got to do. And so the only way I can do it is making myself happy doing it, right? I need some tools. I need some stuff in my shop. You know, I want to get an air purification system to catch all this fine dust and everything. And by doing that, then that's going to make it where I can do the stuff I want to do. And then by doing that, then I'll have more stuff to get rid of. I'll have me a shop. Maybe I'll get me an online site set up. That's what I need to do is once I get everything going and get out of my head, I need to go find me somebody that can run the social media technical side of the business and be my partner at the same time. There you go. I'll make it, you sell it. We live happily ever after. That's what I wanted her to do. But she just couldn't see it. I see it. I see grumpy vases like this sitting on mantles, stash jars sitting in somebody's little hidey hole. You know. All right, y'all ready to see how pretty this is gonna look? It is sanded and polished and all that good stuff. Pow, ooh, the neon is bright. Neon is very bright. Uh-oh, what we got? Breakfast is ready, there you go. Well, hold on, check this shot out here before you go, because I'm about done with this piece. Let me back it off the lathe right fast. Oh, there we go. We're gonna drill out right there. Oh, it's a little dull. We got to go back on and we didn't get it sanded down enough on the top. Darn it. I can see it. It's not got enough shine right there. Okay, go get your breakfast. Thank you for hanging out this morning. I'm gonna sand that off. It'd be flat on the bottom, but that's got to get a little more polish on there. It's still, the very tip where it's gonna be drilled through is dull. And it's okay if it would be a little bit closer, but that's too far out. I think I can polish that up better.
Hey, good morning, Mr. Johnny. It's got some good glow. This piece will, it's got some, the bottom half is just the neon. It's all got neon colors, but the top half has some glow pigment mixed in because this was two different set of blanks. The very first neon blanks I did, let's see. It was the leftovers from pouring these blanks and then these blanks. And these have neon color, but they also have the glow pigment mixed in there. So the neon doesn't look as bright right now. But then when you, where'd my light go? Just had my damn light in my hand. This one, when you hit it with a black light, the neon jumps out of it. It looks better. But without the light, it kind of is like chameleon. But then this one just looks neon all the way around. I got to polish the very end of that a little bit better, y'all. We'll take it back through some of the sandpaper. Right. I've been trying to get my buddy to do a YouTube like that. He's got a Hedrick's Homegrown Aquatics. He's got a lot of fish tanks. Okay, he's got my old rope fish. Oh shit, turn that down. I'm slinging water everywhere. He's got my I used to do the fish tanks and stuff too. It got to be too much for me to maintain and take care of with my back and my neck. And then the stuff that I started getting into, you had to really be meticulous with the water changes and everything. You couldn't really slack off on that. And so once it got to me to where I couldn't do it no more, because I got a lot of my stuff from him. I had the 24 karat gold is what they called them, the yellow Neocaridina shrimp, freshwater shrimp, little bitty tiny guys, but they were bright yellow with a yellow bar going down their back. And they're expensive, right? And I had been wanting some for a long time, and even had me a tank getting ready to get some, but I just never could afford to go buy any. He bought me like 8 of them as a gift, and a couple of them died, but I had some that had babies on their belly and the eggs. And when that shrimp died, I sat there and got on YouTube and looked up ways to hatch those eggs. And I put them in a little bubbler and managed to hatch 4 of them. And so my string went from 3 to 4 babies. And then those 4 babies blew the heck up, and I had hundreds and hundreds of them. And I even give him like 20 of them to start him another colony of them. And then he had hundreds of them, but he had blue ones and red ones and a bunch of different colors. But anyway, I give him all my fish stuff once I stopped doing it. Give him all my tanks, everything. I had a 55-gallon tank that had 2 rope fish in it, all natural. I had live plants and everything. I didn't have no fake plants or nothing. They were nice tanks. But anyway, trying to get him to do the 24-hour stream and just put him a silent tank up, or even record, a audio clip for about 10 minutes of just a bubbling sound and everything and the water running from the pumps, but then loop that in with a 24-hour video feed. I bet he would get all kind of views. And he wouldn't even have to talk or nothing. Just be one of them 24/7 aquarium channels. You just have your camera pointing right there at the tank. And you get this, because these tanks are nice. Like I said, he's still got my 55-gallon set up all natural. It's got better lights on it now, and and he's even got more time and effort into it, so it's starting to look better than what I had. And then all his other tanks on top of that. It would be a cool channel. I'm sorry, y'all, trying to get out of my damn head.
So I'm babbling. And I'm trying to go back over this. This is polished up and looked good. I don't know why I went over the whole damn thing. Just needed to concentrate on the top, but now that I did the whole thing, I gotta go back over the whole thing. And I get me a damn vehicle situated and whatnot. I bet I can get him to run that channel and do it, because then I can go over there and set it up for him. Squirrel. Squirrel and fish, guys, to keep them groceries coming. I got my fishing license the other day. I haven't gotten the daggone hook wet. And, whew. My son was 5 years old last time we went fishing. And he's 19. And what's crazy about that is I'm looking at my tackle box. I've had my tackle box in the garage right here at my feet the whole time. It sits right beside my computer table at the base of my garbage can. I used to fish constantly. That was some of the stuff me and the wife would argue about. I'd get off of work, come home, roll up my joint, go down to the bayou. And back then I smoked cigarettes and stuff, right? So when I smoked cigarettes, I was into the blunts and everything like that with my weed. And I would take Black and Milds. This is my most favoriteest thing. I would still do it today, but the nicotine gives me a flipping migraine. All I got to do is smell cigarette smoke and I get a migraine. But the Black and Milds, I wouldn't cut them. I would sit there and roll all the tobacco out of it and leave the tubes whole. And then I would break up my flower and then turn around and put it in little bits at a time and take a cigarette and pack it back down in there. And so I would have a Black and Mild look clean, perfect, just like a Black and Mild, but it had my herb in there instead of their herbs in it, right? And then so I'd go to the piers, go fishing and stuff like that, and I would smoke my Black and Mild, because unless you was a smoker, you wouldn't know that it had herb in it. You would smell that Black and Mild smell and think it was just a cigar. But then people that was smokers, after I walked past them, it would kind of hit them and they're like, hey, come here. What you fishing for? And I'm like, you know what I'm catching? And I just keep walking, but that was a long time ago. But yeah, I don't mess with the Black and Milds because of the nicotine aspect. Like I said, it gives me a freaking migraine now. Because I like to go to the I was on a kick to try to catch those big bull reds for a long time, and we have a fishing bridge over here in Pensacola, Bob Sites, and it's a walk-on bridge, but you walk out on there and fish, and I'd always walk out towards the middle where the little channel was, because I had the big old either old mullet, or like I said, I've gone to the seafood market and bought those big old jumbo Gulf shrimp, and I bought a pound of those, and good God, that was over $20, and I'd use that for bait. But I was going for them dang bull reds. Them things is longer than your leg, But, yeah, I can get them groceries. I used to. I haven't done it in a long time. And I joked about it the other day that I'm going to have to start getting them groceries so I can eat a little cheaper. And I was joking with Robert. Ramen noodles, cream of shrimp soup,
and a slab of fillet fish on top of that, that'll make a fat boy go into a coma. I remember Nick, so many flowers. I like that. But yeah, I quit all my fishing because I would go fishing so damn much. Yeah, we would argue about it. You know, that I wasn't doing nothing wrong. Hell, I was 5 minutes from the house. You could get in the car, ride right down there, and that's where I was going to be. Like, I would do the back to the Black Mile Babble. That was my mosquito patrol, you know, because the no-see-ums and stuff are so bad down here around the water. You know, so I would either have a cigarette lit in my mouth 24/7 so the smoke would keep them away, or I'd light that Black Mile and I'd medicate and keep them away. But yeah, that's what I would do. I run the roads constantly. I could not sit still. And that's what caused us a lot of grief back in the day. And so I trained myself and broke myself from going places. I'd stay right here at the house. And so that's when I become that and my disability. When I started applying for my disability and I got my disability, I kind of throwed myself in my head that I don't need to go be doing nothing. That they'll see me doing this and think that I can do this and take it away. And that got my anxieties real flipping bad. And a lot of the reasons why I just stayed right here. Like I said, I'm trying to get out of that shell. I do not want to be that hobbit no more. I don't mind being a recluse. I know I can be a recluse and survive, but that's no good. We need interaction. We need companionship. Oh, this is just gonna be looking so nice because of the extra shine job here. This might be my new personal. I don't do the concentrates that much, but I use a little poker to stir my vaporizer when I do the dry herb vaporizing. Uh-oh, what am I missing? I'm babbling and studying this. I can't hardly see chat. Yeah, we need like a Zoom chat so y'all can talk back. I wish they'd get on with that with YouTube. Get everybody microphones. Just be one big old Zoom meeting. Oh yeah, getting back into fishing. Well, I haven't done that in so damn long. That's all I'm waiting on. Just I need me a good chest mount like PK's got. I can mount my phone on there and we go fishing. And that's what I was telling PK with my licenses that I got, because with me being on disability, I can go and apply for a free license through the state. And so I've never done that, you know. I said, hell with it. I finally went and did it the other day. And it gave me a migratory bird permit for a year. The Florida resident fishing and I guess small game license, because it says fishing and hunting for a year or 3 years. And then an angler, Florida angler reef. I guess I can go fish the reefs off of private boats and snorkel or whatever on them. I don't know what the hell that permit is, but it was all for free. And I said, hell, if it's for free, put it on there. I said, I don't think I'll ever do that. She goes, well, it don't matter. If you do, you got it. Well, that works. But now I just got to get out there and do it. It's cold right now, but there's nothing stopping me but my transportation issues at the moment, I guess. And then that'll get situated too once everything's finalized here, because that's part of the resolution. Is we have 3 vehicles at the moment. One is the newer one that we got her. It's not new, it's an older vehicle, but it's the running vehicle that's hers. It's in her name. I'm not even on that title. Then we have the old truck that she was driving before we got that one. It drives, but the transmission slips real bad. And leaks oil at the rear main and everything. It needs a lot of work. It's not worth fixing. It's so old, and we pretty much drove it till the wheels fall off, basically. And so I have to sell that one. And then I have a Dodge Dakota extended cab, 2001, I think it is. And that was the last truck that we bought myself when we were trying to get me a ride, but hell, it broke down the day we bought it coming home. So I've never had it tagged and drove it because, it's been broke. So I have to see if that one, I've not even really been able to get anybody mechanical to scan it to tell me if it's worth fixing, to look, as it's got massive oil leaks. I think they put some thick mystery miracle oil in there whenever I was looking at it and test drove it, because it looked fine, drove fine, and halfway home it went to crap. But so I got 2 vehicles that don't run that I can get rid of, and then I'll have my part of the house. So I'll be able to find me a decent vehicle, because I don't want a brand new car, but I don't want something that's going to break if I put 100 miles on it, But that's what I'm looking at. Ending this shit, getting me a little bit of money to make everything better, and move them. Ooh, I want me one of them 3-wheel scooters. I'll damn sure I'll ride the hell out of one of them. There you go. I need to find one of them Temu channels or something. Say I'll do you a video on one of them little electric scooters. Who was it? Stenic Sticks. The guy that does them badass walking sticks with the detail on his carvings. He did a video on one where a company sent him and his wife some of those 3-wheeled scooters, electric scooters, the bicycles, the old grandpa basket chair scooters or bikes. I want one of those. I still have my motorcycle permit. If I ever win the lottery, I'm going to buy me one of those spiders. But I got to win the lottery before I waste money on something like that, because I won't ride it all the time. But I still have my endorsement. I never canceled my endorsement. All right, now hopefully we got it. Had that dull spot right on the tip. I'm hoping I got it out this time. We're gonna put some more Yorkshire across it and see. Oh shit, y'all. I've driven one of them spiders before when I was doing my construction. That's when I had my motorcycle. And we had a guy that wanted a motorcycle, but he couldn't ride a motorcycle to save his life. He was too scared of them. So he actually went and bought a spider. And I was like, those Can-Am spiders, that was the newer motorcycle with they had the 2 front tires in the back and the 1 back tire. I like those. Those look pretty cool. And it rides like a damn 4-wheeler though. So that will be a bad thing, because anytime I ever rode 4-wheelers or dirt bikes or something like that, those things, I always drove them wide open. That was for me, that was the safest way for me to control them, was I just kept the rear ends broke loose, slipping and sliding the whole time. But it kept it from having too much power throwing you through something. And so it's like, I ride something that's slow and sets like that, I want to ride it aggressive. Hey, you got to be careful. That's like those little cars when we rent a car or travel or something. Get those little bitty compact cars, they set like go-karts. And so it's like, I am flying down the road in them damn things. It's like, I'm gonna get a damn ticket. Hey, good morning, John. I'm good right now. I've had a few of my moments today. When do I not at this point? But I'm doing good. How are you doing? That was my little car that I played in a lot. Was a Nissan Sentra sports coupe. Had a little 5-speed transmission, had the emergency brake right there between the seats on the floor. Oh my goodness. I done some stupid stuff with that little car. I love to get that thing hauling, but I'd cut the wheel, snatch the brake, turn it just a little bit, drop the brake, straighten it back out, and I'm going forward at 50 mile an hour, and then all of a sudden I'm going backwards at 50 mile an hour. Pop the clutch, and the front end starts hopping, and the tires is spinning. Oh, I give that little car heck. Hey, good morning, Roger. Good morning, brother. I'm telling you, Fast and Furious, look out. Grumpy could be the next stunt driver. Vin Diesel ain't got shit on Grumpy. He just got money. That's what he got. Money and more muscles. Ugh. I can drive, yo. Or I could. My neck messes with me now. You got to have your head on a pivot, on a swivel. That's why I got to where I didn't ride the motorcycle no more. My back was hurting me too much, and then my neck was slowly starting to mess with me. All right, y'all, I think we got her polished up good this time. Thank you. There's some of the epoxy that I made, the leftovers when I poured my blanks, I poured them in a small mold, and I'm gonna make this into a concentrate spoon for my medical. I'm gonna put one of these in the end of it right there, have it like that.
I said, I think I'm gonna make this my personal. I have one around here. It's buried in my mess. It looks kind of like a radish, and it's made out of cedar. And that's my personal that I've been using, but I like this epoxy color here. I like the swirl that it's got going. There's a little bit of scratches in there. I gotta get my buffing on here is still not 100%. I still get some scratches and stuff in my these coves are hard to sand out. It's still a little dull, but it's better. We're leaving it. I'm not gonna go back through it again. All right, where's my light? And then it's got that neon epoxy. And then that up there, oh, you can look into it like a marble up on the top. That is too cool. The camera don't do this justice, y'all. When I say it's almost translucent and you can look into the top. That's pretty cool. And then that'll glow in the dark. I just got to get that in the dark. That's going to be pretty neat right there, yo. I like that. Let's see. Let me get all my paper towel messed up right here. Go ahead and get this water mess dried and wiped off. We don't need all that hanging out and getting everything rusted. That's why I want to get a dedicated lathe or not necessarily a lathe, just a polishing system of some sorts. Slings water right up the backside there.
Grumpy's groove smooth, see the grain flows, Lathe spinning late, that's how it goes. Chips in the air, sawdust parade, crafting therapy, stress just fades. Welcome to Grumpy's.
Oh, my back. Oh, snot, y'all. Damn. Little gremlins. Where's my WD? Right there. Spraying a little bit of WD down on that. Yeah, like that every now and then. I get a little spasm in my back. It's like where I had that discectomy. I got the degenerative disc and stuff going down there. It's damn near bone to bone. When I stand on so much pressure, it compresses and moves, and then when I step to the side and turn just right, you can feel it damn near rocking. That's when I get my spasms. It's a sharp-ass little pain. Yeah. Most of the time, if I ain't got something to grab onto, I'm going down when I get it. That's when I fall. I've fallen a few times because of that shit. It's the only reason I walk with a cane. I walk without a cane all day long, but as soon as I get that spasm, if I don't have that cane, kabloop. I just say Grumpy learned to tuck and roll in the skateboard days. Let me turn my dust collector on for a minute. I'm gonna sand this nub off the bottom real quick. All right, we're getting that little nub from where I had it in the center. Now I gotta give me a little jig to hold that thing flush. All right, then we'll just polish the bottom of that, and then it'll be good. Brush. I love that. That's just too cool. That saves so much time. Alright, so get my junk moved out of the way. Switch all back over. Oh, my neck, y'all. My toes are flipping cold. I'm glad I got that done finally. Move some of this out of the way. I need to drink some of that. All right, hold on. All right. My brain's trying to do 5 different things right now. Focus, Grumpy. I want to drill this out real quick. Come on, open up. Dab spoon, anybody? I can make plenty. Oh, there's my drill bit that I need right there. See, I keep up with my bit so I don't lose it. Come on. Fingers work. There we go. I was fixing to use the wrong size. Alright, I need to get more cameras. I don't have enough cameras. Shit, there we go. We set up a damn studio in this bad boy. I can't waste no money. I got to keep my money square so it lasts. Y'all speaking banging outside. Ooh, I hope they have that chimney cleaned out. That house's fireplace has not been a regular fireplace in a long time. And it can be dangerous. Neighbors just got them a fireplace and they got them some firewood yesterday. I guess they gonna kick off the fireplace. Alright, y'all, I'm at my lathe. Sorry, not my lathe. I'm at my drill press. Fixing to drill a little hole for this spoon real quick in the top of what we just turned. I wish we had a fireplace. It'd be fun. My grandma and them had one when I was growing up.
Take that a little bit deeper.
Welcome to Grumpy's where the fun begins. Here to learn carving, making cool friends. Dremel's buzzing, stress melts away. Catch every moment in a peaceful way. Whittle and tinker every single day. Each carving unique in its own sweet way. Relax, unwind, your mind will play. Join us, enjoy, let worry sway. Come relax, join the vibe. Hit like and feel alive. Subscribe for endless drive. Carving peace side by side.
Oh, it's chilly out here. Where is my epoxy? I use this 5-minute JD Weld epoxy mix whenever I go to put these spoons in these pieces. The UV resin will work and hold them, but it doesn't bond to the other epoxy and resin is good, so it's like a little bit of pressure and it'll crack the bond and it'll come right out. But this 5-minute stuff here, it seems to grab hold and not let go. So I like using it now. Let's see. I just need where did I set my phone at? It's still over here. Oh. Hey, I'm still here. Here we go. This is that birdie done polished up. Fixing to put the spoon into the top of it. It's cold out there. Damn, it's 9 o'clock. I can't believe the dogs ain't woke her up. Wow. Must be snoozing good, I reckon. Alright, let's see. I just need some paper. Didn't realize it was as late as it was either. Said dog should have done had her up. Where's my clips? I gotta clip this off. This is a little long. It's not bad. Not that much in there. I'm gonna take about a 1/2 inch off. Put it down there. All right, when you cut these little things, you gotta watch out because that little piece of tip, that metal, it goes flying. Oh, I think I just heard the dog kick the door. Yup, she's awake. Let me let my dogs out. Yeah, that's better right there. Not too long. Come on, Sparrow, come on. Get your ass dressed and go to your fucking place. Come on, yo, go. 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 Pepper, be good girl. There you go. Come on. Ooh, everything is frozen out in here. My water's still dripping. That's a plus. Pepper, come on. Go. Go.
Ladies spinning like spirits in disguise. Medicated smoke, wisdom in the skies.
Go.
Dust therapy where the mind unwinds. Wooden treasures born diamonds from the pines. Grumpy's hands craft ancient in their binds. Every cut precise secrets in the
You can tell when I get too far away from the computer. The microphone starts getting scratchy.
sawdust trails behind memories remain. Grumpy's LaidBak carvings, legends never wane. Patterns in the oak, whispers in the ash. Dark walnut dreams.
Oh, goodness.
Cherry hearts beating craftsmen not
Uh-oh, Robert's out. Goodness, I missed that. All right, buddy. Have a good day if you're still listening. No, sir. My neck does not need to get cracked. My neck's fused. 3, 4, and 5. I got plates, pins, and screws. There ain't no cracking that. If that cracks, we're in trouble. Oh. It would feel good if I could crack my neck and my back, I'm sure. But nowadays, when my back pops, that ends with it hurting, and my neck, it don't pop no more. Come on, Sparrow. Come on. Come on. Come on, inside. Go. Go. All right, y'all, I need to stop for just a second and go feed them. I said they're normally used to getting up at 7:30, so I know they're hungry. I'll be right back.
Grumpy's shop is a mellow haze. Lathe spins round in a smoky daze. Epoxy drips with a cosmic twist. Roach clips gleam like they've been kissed. Aliens hover in the workshop tonight. Colors swirl under the black light bright. Chronic pain fades as creations rise. Like and subscribe for these groovy vibes. Crafting magic in this galaxy zone. Each carving feels like it's alive on its own. Medication roll tight, steady and true. Blazing the blues with an alien crew. Aliens hover in the workshop tonight. Colors swirl under the black light bright. Chronic pain fades as creations rise. Like and subscribe for these groovy vibes. find your chill at the Lathe deep in. Grumpy's laid back with his soul untamed, epoxy flowing in the Hall of Fame. Aliens smiling as they catch the ride. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Aliens hover in the workshop tonight. Colors swirl under the black light bright. Chronic pain fades as creations rise. Like and subscribe for these groovy vibes. Grumpy's got the Lathe spinning round. Exotic woods with colors profound. Roach clips crafted with care and flair. Unique designs beyond compare. The workshop hums with a steady beat. Dusty air smells like wood and heat. Chisels carve and the shavings fly. Grumpy's worries wave goodbye. Spin the wood, let the magic flow. Grumpy's world in the Lathe's glow. Hands at work, heart at ease. Out here the mind finds peace. Each piece tells a tale untold. A secret carved in grain and gold. From steady
That's one thing, that daggum epoxy. When you go to polishing it, oh, that water goes everywhere and makes a mess.
dust swirls like a morning mist. Every turn adds a twist.
Yeah, just enough time to mix this up and get that epoxied in there, and then shut down and go make me a smoothie and stuff. I did not realize it had gotten as late as it did. I guess I could say I am accustomed to her coming out here at about 7:30 or so and letting the dogs out. That kind of gets me into my routine, I guess. But I gotta do my church services on Sundays through Zoom, and they were doing the services at 1 o'clock, and they've switched times up to 10 o'clock on the starting time for it. So to shut down and do that, which that's cool though, because I don't like a lot of people, and so I can tune in and watch, and they get off. Let's see, I have to be doing stuff in order to focus and pay attention to stuff. So it's like I'll sit here and sand on a roach clip or something, or a piece of epoxy or something while I'm watching and listening. This stuff is cold and thick. So if I was to go in person and try to pay attention and all, I'd fall asleep. So I can actually listen and gain from the sermon if I'm fiddling and listening. Sorry, y'all, I'm trying to squeeze this, but I don't want to squeeze it too hard and blow the cap right off the end of it. Oh, that would be a mess. I've done that before, not with this stuff, but I've had stuff that I've tried to squeeze out of tubes like that, and it's so thick, not wanting to come out, and I was squeezing so hard it blew the top off of them. But I don't even need this much. I just have to get this much out to mix it so it'll mix up good and cure. Now, all these songs that you're hearing now are songs from all my videos. Okay, every video I make new music for that video. The only song in a video that's not new is when my videos start up and you see the black screen with the smoke and all that floating around, and that dun 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 dun. That is the only jingle that is the same jingle every time. You know, I just like that. That's kind of like the core of my music. You know, almost all my songs have that plug in there, I guess you'd call it. But so yeah, the background music for this is just, it's off of all those songs I've made. I've thrown them all on a giant playlist and it just shuffles through. So you'll hear songs you might have heard before, or you might wonder, what is that from? Well, I just what's that? Yeah, it's got a smell to it. And JB Well's got its own distinct smell, whether it's the gray and red mix or the plastic mix like this. I've always used the old original JB Weld for the metalwork stuff, and then whenever they come out, or when I noticed they had this stuff and I've used it before, I thought it was kind of neat. But trying to clean the inside out, where I drilled it, there's a little bit of dust and powder in there, so once I get the epoxy going in there, it's gonna grab to that. But let's see. Oh, Hubba Bubba. I hadn't heard Hubba Bubba in a long time. Oh, Hubba Bubba, and what was it? Bubblicious. Alright, I put some epoxy on my piece right here. Right? I try not to get the drip or the glob too thick, because then it'll go all over the top. I want it to stay right around the hole, and kind of, I turn it upside down. As I push it in, it'll kind of pull it into the hole a little bit, and I'll do that a few times to get some resin in there. And kind of spin it around. And then doing that, see, I got some of that powdery junk off there, and I'll wipe that off a couple of times.
Targets lined up, aim is true. The backyard's got a better view. Pocket full of mischief, hands full of tricks. Grumpy's crafting magic with his wood clips.
Well, there's the Bazzy song. There you go. And then I got just a little dimple of epoxy around the top. And I'll let that sit. And I won't try to wipe that off or do nothing with that. As long as it don't try to run down, it is perfect right where it's at.
Grumpy's on a mission making squirrels move. Grumpy got some mail today.
No, it ain't got no hubba bubbles. Not to me. Ooh, I don't like the smell of it.
Shot straight through.
It gets the job done though, it works. That's why I mix it up on a piece of paper like this, because I'll throw this in the trash outside. I won't even leave this in my garage. But that worked out. I like that. Alright. Oh. It's cold out there. Cold, cold, cold. Alright, let's see if we can kill some light, and I'll show y'all how this one glows. It's got a little glow in it, not much, because it was 2 different pours. So it's the top bit, which is the best part to have glow, is what's gonna glow. And I love the way it swirls, y'all. You can look into it. You can see some of that swirl right there, maybe if the light's not too bright for it. And then the white little specks. It looks good. It looks awesome in person. Oh, the green glows. Okay, I thought it was gonna be the top, but I thought the orange was gonna glow. All right, let's see. Let's let it charge up. I'll kill this overhead light quick. I need to get my switches in my box for all my lights. It glows a little bit. But the neon colors sure do pop in the black light though, so that's awesome. Goofy, it wasn't dry yet. Hold on, we got a bubble, we got a pop. I went to pick it up by the spoon, and my goofiness, the spoon's not cured in there yet. But I just messed with my epoxy. There we go. All right, we gotta let that cure. Gotta leave it alone. All right, y'all. I got to shut down. I have to get ready to do my church and all that stuff. And after that, April from Dragons. What was her? I can't remember her channel name either. But she goes live on Sundays, I believe, at 11 or at noon. I try to tune in and watch them too, because they do some cool crafts and stuff. But hold on, I'm going to see what the channel name is here. Right here. Dragons in Dresses Consortium. That's a mouthful. Let's see. Copy link address. It's easier for me just to do this. That channel. I go watch her channel in Sundays in the afternoons, but once that live's off, I might jump back out there and do another live, turning another roach clip or a pin or something. I'm thinking I might just go straight mobile with my phone so I can stream onto some short feeds for a couple of videos, a couple of streams, see if I can't gain a few more subscribers. I want to hit 500 subscribers so bad. But all right, y'all, thank you so much for hanging out on my crazy babble. I greatly appreciate all the support, and like, subscribe, come back tomorrow. Wages, I'll be here. I start my lives every morning, 5:30 Central. I try to go every morning. Man, thank y'all so much for hanging out. Y'all stay awesome, stay laid back. Remember, it's my job to be grumpy, and God bless everybody. Hey, wait a minute. Joy, hello.
Black turning yellow, epoxy drip fix, spinning webs like Othello, roach Universe in my grip, cosmos in my view. Aliens plotting, man, what we gonna do?
I didn't know you were hanging out.
Pain's the recipe.
All right, there we go. Y'all have a great morning.
Cosmos screaming, stars out of reach. Grumpy's mixed cooking, lessons I teach. Broken hands stirring, glass full of venom. Mind split in two, chasing shadows in the denim. Neon lights flicker, code in the static. Yellow burns black.
You're good.
Cinematic. Hands tremble, sparks fly. Cosmos crackle, lo-fi high. Pain made this, forged in ash. Grumpy's
You can lurk anytime.